Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE Smackdown this week. Obviously this week's Smackdown was taped on Tuesday, or it wasn't actually taped, it was aired live on Tuesday, commercial free, which that's pretty much what I'm going to talk about throughout most of this, because you did have some good storyline progression in there, but not too terribly much going on into the actual show itself, at least in my mind. First of all, and the reason why I'm doing this later on is just to keep up with, my weekly routine of doing the SmackDown reviews on Fridays versus doing them instead of doing it on Tuesday when it did air initially. But overall, I felt like I do honestly like the commercial-free aspect, and I wish they could do it a little bit more often, but obviously for business reasons they can't really do that. But the commercial-free format really seems to work out well with most of the wrestling shows in general. I mean, especially with WWE, they know how to flow between segments without using the commercials, mostly through what you see with the pay-per-views and everything. So you see pretty much throughout the night, they go from one segment to the next, basically them going from in arena segment to maybe backstage segment, or immediately going into another match after a in-ring segment. Occasionally seeing like a little snippet for something on WWE.com or them promoting their USA Week on the USA Network. Nothing too major, nothing from a different company in that sense. And like I said, I definitely like that format. I wish they could do it more often, but for obvious reasons they can't do that. And so hopefully maybe they can do it once or twice a year. I think they only did it the one time this year. Maybe they can do it twice or something next year. Maybe get a little bit more of it, but obviously you can't do that every single week. Overall, the show, I felt the show itself was a fairly entertaining show. You had some fairly good matches in there. Obviously, them keeping up with the Kofi Kingston, Wade Barrett area was really good. In my mind, I'm glad they're going to continue with that storyline versus making it a one-off match at the pay-per-view. Obviously, I think they'll eventually give the Intercontinental title to Wade Barrett in this case, because he definitely needs a good push going in there. He's a really good talent, hopefully, and hopefully it will fully show in this feud with Kofi Kingston, because Kofi's really good. He's just not that level where he could be main event, where Wade Barrett, many people think he can be main event type person. The whole aspect with the Shield, it seems as if the attacks are getting more and more random each time now. I definitely liked what they were doing with the Shield this week. That you definitely had that feeling that your attacks are a little bit more random versus they're benefiting CM Punk or benefiting somebody else. Basically this week they went after, first backstage wasn't shown, they went after Rey Mysterio, and eventually coming out to attack Sin Cara after showing that they had Rey Mysterio's mask and everything. So it looks like they're going to go, it looks like after the whole aspect that, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara aren't going to have the Rhodes Scholars to go with right now, because they'll be focusing in probably more with Kane and Daniel Bryan. Now they can focus in on the Shield and continue on with that fight as well. So it'll be nice to see where they actually end up going with that, and what they consider an injustice by them. More than likely it'll just be the fact that they hide their faces from the people or something like that. So they'll be going after the mask or something. In that sense. You had another match with Eve and Caitlyn. They do put on okay matches, especially for the Divas matches, and I'm actually shocked that they're really continuing on with this. Then again, they don't have too many people that they can really feud with Eve at this point for the Divas title, but they've never really had too much in the terms of Divas contenders to begin with, especially after losing Beth Phoenix, and they've kind of buried Natalya down pretty low right now. Hopefully they'll build her back up at some point as well. But hopefully, like I said, they put on some okay matches. They're nothing spectacular, but they're pretty good. They're decent. They don't really mess up their matches all that much, so that's good to see as well. Another thing that I definitely ended really liking was throughout the whole night, the whole deal with Dolph Ziggler and AJ and the new guy Big E Langston as well. Just that they seem to, it seems to be an awkward fit, but it seems to be working in this case. I liked how they allowed AJ to get on the mic and give her explanation on why she did what she does and did what she did at TLC. That was a good aspect of furthering that storyline of why she did what she did to John Cena, and why she has chosen to go around with Dolph Ziggler, and also the whole bringing in Big E Langston, who who this time around attacked the Miz during Miz TV. That was a real good area of showing like just how much power he has. So, and then their continuation of just throughout the night. They were talking backstage. Big Show shows up. The furthering of that little storyline of like, when's Dolph going to cash in? When's he going to make another attempt at cashing in Money in the Bank again? Whether it'll be on Big Show or whoever it's going to be. And then the tag match itself at the end of the show with Sheamus, John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler and Big Show. A really good, fun, entertaining match. Obviously, they weren't going to do Money in the Bank this time around, but hopefully somewhere in the near future that's what they'll be doing. And overall, I felt the show, it wasn't it wasn't really spectacular in the terms of a show, but the aspect that it was a commercial-free show kind of gave it a little bit of an extra oomph to it and made it seem a lot more important than everything that was going around at that point in time. And honestly, you did get some good progression in storylines, some new storylines going in there. And all in all, the show was an okay show this week. Like I said, the commercial-free aspect did do it wonders versus having the extra commercial breaks in there and everything. So that definitely helped out. But overall, it was just an okay show. And that was my review for SmackDown this week. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.